Two. What's going on, world? How y'all doing this evening? I'm in the building with my bro Frankie Diamonds. How you doing, Frankie?
What's good? What's good, people?
Hey man, you know how it is, bro. Another day. You know what I'm saying? Get to it. Get on your grind, man. I see you doing big things on your platform. Salute to you. You know what I mean?
Hey, salute to you. So I see you, big dog.
Hey man, we it's a network. I'm trying to build something
Yeah.
solid. You know what I mean? And I fuck with you heavy because you get to it, man. And you 100% unapologetic, regardless if I disagree with your takes or not. I appreciate you for being who you are. You get what I'm saying? So
That's real, man. That's respect, man.
real
Saying
shit, man.
use your shit. Real
Real
shit,
shit.
man. I see you in another tax bracket now, man. You done
I don't
moved
know
on
what you're
up.
talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you done moved on up,
You
man.
know, I'm just like you, man. I'm just trying to figure this shit out, man. You know, real shit.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
once enough niggas start making money out this YouTube shit, watch they hit a nigga with the switch up.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
man.
I
That's why I
go.
said Patreon, man. Patreon is calling.
Listen, we I already got this shit going. I just gotta make content for it. So y'all stay tuned. But today we're gonna
Okay.
review this butt breaking trailer. Brother Tariq Nasheed finally released this well long awaited trailer that everyone's been waiting for. So we're gonna review it, hit y'all with our commentary, and leave it at that. So let's figure this out. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see if I can do this. Ah, all right.
Okay.
I know. I see you. I'll leave you in the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah, yeah. I
Let's
see
get.
that. I'm looking at the trailer.
Oh, you can say it? Okay. All right. But
Yeah, I can see it.
all right. Let's
When we
go.
talk about buck breaking, we have to understand that buck breaking is a show of power, it's a show of dominance. So we can't talk about buck breaking without talking about power.
When we look at the domination of black people by the dominant society, what we are in essence seeing is that this society wants to ensure that we are not able to actually mete out that thing that makes humans exist, and that is creating families and procreating.
See, psychologically, when we're talking about the sexualizing of our people, primarily from the dominant society or the system of white supremacy, it had to be established in a very impinging way from the mental state.
This whole notion that masculinity is somehow toxic and detrimental to society is nothing but an attempt to emasculate malehood.
Clearly, if you have two eyes in your head and you're able to see, you can see that it's an agenda, and it's an agenda to decrease our population.
It's always been about destroying the black family. The family is the foundation of a people.
The heterosexual
Go
black
single
man
mother. Go with boy Corey.
last on the pecking order here in America. If you're just a heterosexual black man, how are you gonna beat the case? Because when you show up to court, when you show up to the job interview, when you show up to wherever, you coming in here as a heterosexual black man, you have no power.
When Mark Twain confessed that we white people ground the manhood out of the Negro. Why ground the manhood out of the Negro? Because it's black masculinity that most exposes the fraud of white masculinity.
As the progenitors of culture, the ones who are the fathers and mothers of civilizations, who taught all people, who people look to,
Lord Jamal.
social whether they want to realize it or not. I think they feel if they can get us to adapt to it, they can get everybody to adapt to it.
If anybody should have
That's
a problem
true.
with European males, it should be the European female. Because everything the European male has ever learned to do to us, he first practiced on his own woman.
Damn.
Resources in education.
That shit right there to me, I was like, whoa.
We need resources in politics. We need resources in medical. We need resources in so many things, but they ignore that and they put millions and even billions of dollars to tell us that you need to really embrace your LBGT side. So these people have an agenda, and it's up to us to understand what the agenda is.
God damn.
This shit is serious, man. That's gonna be a heavy film.
Ooh shit. I ain't gonna say nothing about I ain't gonna say nothing about brother Tariq little braids. I'm gonna leave that for another video, you know.
Oh, the braids he got? Yeah, Tariq pushing weight. He gotta be at least 40 something. Like, come on, my
nigga. Oh man.
A little
it's
too
crazy,
much.
Man.
Got Corey in there, you know.
Man, hey, phenomenal trailer. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it.
Like I said, I expected it to be good because if you ever watched the Hidden Colors movies, that's like Tariq's fame claim or whatever claim to fame.
Right.
I was looking for another Hidden Colors film because I didn't even watch the last one.
You ain't watched
So
5
I
yet?
feel like nah, so I'm behind. I got the 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like okay, I'll take another Hidden Colors. He does this because he's been talking about this for a minute.
Yes, he
Um,
has.
buck breaking. They did that during slavery. I mean, the way that they would just destroy a man's masculinity in front of his wife and kids, and uh, this whole gay agenda, man. It's gonna be a lot of heat that he's gonna take for this, man. I think Tariq might get wiped off the planet.
Man, listen, I think it's a conversation that needs to be had, on YouTube, many other platforms talk about how a lot of
Mm,
our strong black men, man, they had to be broken in, at least on the stage of Hollywood, you know what I mean? To be able to
oh
get in
yeah.
those doors and get around those billionaires, you got to do a couple bunny hops, you know what I mean? Ask Meek Mill, he know exactly what the fuck we talking about right
Oh
now.
shit.
You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah, man.
mean?
Bing Rames. You know what I
Come
mean?
on.
Bing Rames. Hell, man. There's a lot of women boys, man. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart. Anytime, and I hate to say it, anytime somebody's really, really successful as a black guy, if you're conscious, when you think about it, you be like, man, I wonder what the fuck he did behind the doors. What did he do to get all of this?
Right.
I hate to say that, but man, that's gonna be a good thing, man. I just don't. Are there gonna be any solutions though? Because what can you do?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think if anything, hopefully it raises awareness because folks sometimes, like for instance, what's his name? DeAndre Bond. You know him? You heard of him?
Nah.
That's the brother that was on. He did a Vlad interview. Black brother. He was on The Wood. Remember the movie The Wood?
Yeah, yeah. Who character was he on the wood?
I think
I went to
Stacy.
go
That's
see that nigga.
Shorty, brother. Remember
Oh,
Shorty brother pulled
Stacy.
up. All right. Remember the
Yeah, he
movie?
went to jail in real life.
Yeah.
He
He
respect the character.
listen. Remember that movie he did, Lockdown, that came
Yeah,
out.
he did lockdown.
And he had to do a scene in there where he actually did an interview on Vlad. I hate to promote his shit, but he did an interview on Vlad shit, crying, saying that still to this day, that's one of the roles he regret because he had to like be raped by a white dude. You know what I'm saying? I think his name was Graffiti in the movie or something. And still to this day, he said that shit.
But it wasn't a real scene. Like, it didn't really.
The way this nigga cry, yo, I don't know, yo.
Oh my
I
god! So
don't
what, he
want to
really
say.
got he really got his ass taken on camera. Like they sat there and said, yeah. So
I don't want to say that, in all respect to him, because when he came home, he was on the last season of Snowfall. Shout out to him, you know what I mean? He getting slowly back into the mix with Hollywood. Like you said, he had to do some time for shooting his uncle or something like that. It was something crazy, man.
that
He was
nigga
defending
always
himself.
getting played with. Because remember he was in Three Strikes.
Yeah, got shot in the ass.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it was ass in the air. Yeah, he always getting played around with. So I mean, that nigga, that'll surprise me, man.
You know what I mean? But I think, looking back on it, he realized, yo, this wasn't, a good look for me in my career. You know what I mean? For niggas like people talk about Martin, for instance. Martin got other movies. I get it. During that time period, when we was younger, Big Mama's House might have been appealing for the kids and shit like that. You know what I mean? But when them motherfuckers started making 2, 3, 4, 5, it was like, yo,
Yeah.
you clearly doing this for a check, nigga.
Yeah, I seen part 3 a couple weeks ago for like 10, 15 minutes. I said, bro, what am I doing? Why am I watching Big Mama's House 3? And it just looked weird. Like the first one was funny. I was like 10 years old. You know,
Yeah.
I can
Terrence
still
Howard
watch
and that
part 1.
motherfucker. Yeah, of
Yeah, I
course.
can still watch part 1. But I just after that, it was like, all right, y'all just trying to milk this shit like Medea now. But I just think
Brandon T. Jackson. He was in the third one, correct?
yeah,
And what
he
he
was the
said,
one who had a coming to Jesus meeting like a year ago when he came out and was like, nah, man, this Hollywood shit ain't working. They had me wearing a wig and a dress and a wig cap. It's like, yeah, but you signed up for it.
that's the thing
Like
that,
his consciousness
that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I don't know if we lagging or not, so excuse me. I don't want to keep stepping on your commentary. But it seems like in the moment when you young and you put in that situation, you might not be fully aware of what this shit means. And that's why it's important for these conversations to be had, movies like this that need to be made so the future generation don't have to keep making these same decisions. You don't have to sell your ass now. You ain't got to put your ass in these situations to be violated. And that's how desperate some of our people is. Like we so fucked up in the game, they like fuck it.
Yeah, let's see when you got a group of people who are economically starved, like black folks. It's
Yeah.
not you could dangle a check in front of niggas and you could get them to do shit. Remember Mary J. Blige was dancing about chicken on the Burger King commercial.
Oh,
it's like back to that whole gay agenda shit. Like in the movie, they talking about, like you were saying, you young, you just think about money. They're using people just because the sexuality. Like the Lil Nas X kid. Let's be honest. He's known for he had one song and they've been pushing him just because he's gay for the last year and a half. Him being gay is the only thing that's made him relevant since that song kind of like faded away.
A parody. It was a motherfucking parody. It wasn't even a real song.
They've had him grace magazine covers. He's on, red carpet. I'm like, the nigga got one song, and white people didn't even want to play it on country radio. I'm like, y'all are just pushing this kid because he's gay.
Nigga had to go get Billy Ray Cyrus, the Milli Vanilli, motherfucking Vanilla Ice of the country and shit to get on the charts.
And the crackers still didn't want to accept him. You know what I mean? Nope. And I'm like, the dude is literally a star because he's gay. Think about that. Let that sink in. He came out, I think because we didn't really have a relationship with him as fans. We didn't know him, so we didn't give a fuck. It's like, okay, he's gay. You know? And then next thing you know, they just made him a superstar. I'm like, where's the next hit, my nigga?
Man,
there is none.
When I seen that nigga dressed like Nicki Minaj, I was done. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's it. That's what you're gonna. He's become, like you say, a parody, or just like he's basically a star because of what he does behind closed doors, not because of his talent. And like I say, when you tell people about this gay agenda, a lot of them be like, "Man, that's some bullshit. Y'all niggas, Hotep niggas made up." And I'm like, bro, you think all of a sudden? Remember, back in the 50s, a homosexual was considered a pedophile.
Shit.
Now, do you think over all of a sudden everybody's just gay friendly all of a sudden? No. This shit ain't just out of the okey doke. All of a sudden we love gay people. There's money behind this shit. First and foremost, it's a lot of money behind this shit. They do not give a fuck.
It's funny because think about hip hop, for instance, the whole white rappers, right? In hip hop. Lil Jamal say, look, if you white in the culture, you're a guest in hip hop. And a lot of folks felt some kind of way about it. Me personally, I agree. You can't come up in here dictating how the culture move and shit. Somebody come in your house, they don't get to move shit and dictate, nigga. You stay where I tell your ass stay. That's the guest room. That's where the fuck you be. Take Lil Nas X, for instance. That motherfucker created a song that really wasn't for rap or hip hop. The shit was a country success. And them white folks said, nigga, you are a guest in the house of country. You will not come up in here and dictate, have a whole gang of niggas listening to country all of a sudden. Like, that's the mentality them niggas had when they seen Lil Nas X, blowing up in country.
That's the mentality every race has except for us. We be the ones talking about, you can come to the cookout. Billy Ray could come to the cookout. Look, the Peep Game, and they did the BET Awards that year. Billy Ray Cyrus was invited to the BET Awards and he performed with that kid. When they did the Country Music Awards, did he bring him out? Did he bring Lil Nas out? I don't watch country, but I guarantee you he didn't. You know what I mean? Like, they just, it is what it is, man.
Them folk, they real funny, man, how they act. That's why I said, like, like you said as well, like, we got to start standing firm on our shit and really standing for something.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we'll sit here and criticize so many motherfuckers, but then we pick and choose, somebody else that's on that chopping block, you saying, but you fuck with them. So you like, but yeah, though. Ain't no motherfucking but yeah, though. You know what I mean? This shit is real. Like, that clip where that nigga just twerking on the goddamn... Like, what the fuck is going on out here, yo?
Where did they get that? What was that? I was like, serious? Like, that looked like the Twerk on Washington video from a couple weeks ago. Well, that was a video from 2 years ago, but they posted it.
Oh, my God.
Is Young Buck going to be in the movie? It's not. Oh, man.
Man, it's like I said, I think it's a dope trailer, man. I think buck breaking is real, whether people want to acknowledge the shit or not. It's there. It's obvious. You see it in the commercials.
Oh, yeah.
I seen a Cottonelle commercial. Go ahead. What you about to say? I'm about to say I seen a Cottonelle.
I remember there's a couple.
What?
Go, my bad, because like you said commercials. You remember the Chris Paul State Farm commercials they should do with KG and DeAndre Jordan?
Kevin
And
Love,
they had
yeah.
DeAndre Jordan in that dress. And I was sitting there with my brother-in-law, and I said, bro, you know why they did that to him, right? He said, well, I said, he's the biggest, tallest motherfucker out of all three of them, and his name is DeAndre. And he was like, oh, I said, yeah, white people, they scared of this nigga, so they gotta strip him and make him feel, it's like you gotta strip their masculinity to make them feel comfortable around white folks.
Shit, they did it to
White people
Bron.
love Tyler Perry because
You
he's
know,
been tittied out. You said what?
I said they did it to Bron too. That nigga put on the wig and shit, and I don't know. Like I said, I really want to know what their mental is when it's being brought to them, because I done seen many other actors be asked the question. Now, one in particular was Malik Yoba.
Oh God!
And this was before, you know, he did the parade and did the Breakfast Club interview. He was on Vlad saying, look, man, I am an actor. You know what I'm saying? He tried to break it down to a science explanation damn near, like, look, you know, it's my job to channel the femininity and the masculinity. And then fast forward a year or two later, this nigga at the tranny rally, you know, he's an advocate for transgender, and nothing wrong with that. But goddamn, like, it started to look like, remember that interview he had at the Breakfast Club? It started to look like they was bigging up like transgender women over real black women. Like, hold up now, let's calm it down here. Like, what
low key, they've already done that. Low key, they've already done that. When Caitlyn Jenner, aka Bruce Jenner, was Woman of the Year on Time Magazine or whatever that was, Vanity Mag, they've already done that. So they already basically, if I was a woman, I'd be like, I'd feel disrespected as fuck. This nigga got a dick, put on a wig, and they gave him Woman of the Year, and he's never had a menstrual cycle. He's never had a. I don't. This shit is crazy, bro. But yeah, I forgot about Malik Yoba. See what happens when you just disappear? Because I forgot about Malik Yoba.
No, because that shit really, you know, rubbed people the wrong way. You know, a lot of people respected Malik Yoba. You know what I'm saying? And for him to come forward and stand on that side, because again, some make it seem like it's righteousness, like this is the way to go. And the human in us, it should be like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do in your lifetime. That's between you and whatever you do in your privacy. But when you're pushing it on a mass level, while then trying to whitewash just a simple black family household visualization, when's the last time you seen a black commercial with a black family that didn't, you know, have no jingle behind it or some bullshit?
Yeah, I see niggas singing about Popeye's chicken. I see that shit on TV. And I always see a single black mother with kids, or I see a white guy with a black woman and some kids. I don't usually, you know, every sitcom that they've had that they put out in the last 10 years that had that black mommy and daddy, they canceled that shit. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. You know, really, think about it. What TV show right now has a black couple that's not going through some shit? Like Ghost Tasha don't count no more. What we gonna do?
Did you watch the Carmichael show? You watched the Carmichael show?
I used to watch the Carmichael show, yeah, and they canceled that shit, so that don't count no more. I was disappointed. Shit had 3 seasons.
Man, they had Blackish, then the shit went to Grownish, now it's Mixish. So I'm like,
I ain't checking that out. I ain't even watched it. I can't. Blackish is the only one. Okay, so Blackish is that's the we got one show that shows that image.
And you know, some going, you know, some light skinned people in there. You know what I'm saying? So I only bring that up.
Feel old, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I only bring this up to say that.
Look at the 90s. We had a bunch of shows like that.
Thank you, bro.
I don't care if it was Family Matters or Fresh Prince or Martin or what. Like, what the fuck happened in the last 10, 15 years? And I'm like,
man, they stopped having platforms and putting money out for that shit. You know what I mean? Channels like the CW or the WB and shit, like they became the actual safe haven for some of these black sitcoms, and then they pretty much shut that shit down.
Yeah, UPN was niggertainment, man. That shit was niggertainment. Fucking now they have Bounce. Bounce is still around for niggas but Bounce ain't black owned anymore. It used to be. They sold it. Bounce is not a black owned network. Yeah, look at that. Bounce is no longer black owned. They sold that shit a few years back, but they still call it Bounce, and they still show all the black shows to deceive you.
They show all the classics, bro. They show all the classics. I'm talking classics. We had them bitches on VHS and DVD. Like, you had to get that from a homie. Now they play all the classic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. It's like they be studying us at the same time, man.
They are,
That's
and
how I
social
feel.
media is like a platform for them to study niggas. It's like they study niggas like lab rats. They know what's going on with young black people. All you gotta do is get on Black Twitter or Instagram or you know what I mean. That's this been going on for a long time. But like I said, Biden and them got in office. They put in a bunch of trans people in certain political seats. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Now,
did everything but
yeah.
do some shit for us.
All
Basically.
right, now look, I don't have a problem with trans gay people, whatever,
Nah,
but don't
salute them.
give
Do what
somebody
y'all
a
do.
job just because they're gay. Like, because this is a trans, they gonna get a seat in the Senate. Like that's the problem. Like they're giving people special treatment just because they sleep with the same gender, and that shit is stupid to me. Like, what the fuck does it matter?
Well, remember before they used to have to hire black people just to fill in the quota. You remember that? We hire a black guy to, you know what I mean, on the job to save ass. It's kind of like Pandora's box. Once you go down that road, here comes another door that opens. Now you got people being hired on other different merits. So ultimately, we always the one stuck at the bottom of the list, man. And it's fucked up, but you see it on your job every day. I see it every day. We know how these jobs operate. You become a problem once you start to call out the fuck shit you see at the job. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I've always been that. Yeah, I've always been that guy at the job. I'm the troublemaker.
Just for calling
I'm the
out
one
shit that's wrong. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Now you labeled as a problem, rather be at your fucking workplace, Hollywood. No, just standing on morals and values all of a sudden makes you a threat, makes you a problem. They gotta change, man. They gotta
It's
fucking
kind of like
change.
what Corey Holcomb was saying on the Tariq, on the trailer. He was like, "You're a black man. You at the bottom of the list."
It's the
Like,
truth.
yeah, kind of. Especially if you're a straight black man, you definitely are at the bottom of the list because everybody has surpassed us. Every race who's come here has surpassed us, and now, people who like to twirl around and shit. You know what I mean? If everybody's
What are
done
your
past us, bro.
what are your thoughts on him having Corey Holcomb on there, man? Coincidence? Do you like his take on buck
Timing,
breaking?
timing is crazy because they probably did those interviews over a year ago.
Yeah.
And Corey's like on a hot seat right now, but what was your question again?
No, I was just saying, what are your thoughts of him having Corey on there? Does that make it more authentic, or do you feel like having people that's not professors or scholars?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Does that water down the
Well, I guess
message
you
for
gotta
you?
have at least one or two street niggas from the hood in there, because you got Rizzy Islam and a bunch of educated brothers. I guess they had to bring in at least one or two ignorant niggas on the show, make it. But Corey that was real shit from Corey.
Yeah.
He shouldn't know anything. His first movie was Watermelon Heist.
What? What you say?
A movie called Watermelon Heist.
What's that? That scares me. What the fuck
Oh
is
yeah,
that?
go check it out. It'll blow your brain. You might lose respect for Corey. It was one of his first movies. Him and John Amos from Good Times, and
Another legend?
Corey. Yeah, John Amos, nigga, James, James Evans, and
Oh man.
Corey and his country family stole watermelons out the man's front yard and was selling watermelon. It was some cool shit. They was dancing in front of the chicken restaurant. It was
Hey
Corey was
yo,
Watermelon Heist.
I never knew. I never knew.
Yeah,
That's
Watermelon
crazy.
Heist. Yeah. So I mean, Corey came a long way, man. Watermelon Heist, but
God
I mean, what he's
damn.
saying is true. I guess you gotta get some other people, some street niggas that might not. Some people ain't gonna be able to articulate and comprehend uh shit information from some of those educated people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They need a more done watered down version.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel like having people that's questionable, like Reza Islam or Corey Holcomb, do you feel like that kind of hurts, you know what I mean, the messaging
The
overall?
credibility.
Yeah.
Some people it might. I don't know what's going on with Rizzy Islam. I heard something. He's like that investigation. He's under investigation or some shit. Federal investigation.
Excuse me. Fraud. Listen, these niggas, man, it's
Oh,
like medical fraud or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Just like Brother Polite, they promise these packets, information packets, things of that nature, and they be scamming people. And Reza, I think he's like a Scientologist or something. Don't quote me. Go check out Young Pharaoh shit, because they got in so heavy. That's what Corey Holcomb was talking about when he said, Zoe was playing offense for that nigga in Buffalo. He's talking about Young Pharaoh because Young Pharaoh was on Reza Islam's ass, man. You know,
Mhm.
but basically, you know, giving motherfuckers misinformation, taking their money, having them thinking they're gonna get some kind of I don't know, resources packets or whatever the case may be, and they wind up him and Reezy up, his mother up. Yeah, it's all y'all can Google it. Don't
In
take our words
Buffalo?
for it. I'm not in Buffalo. No, I think he's from the West Coast. I think he was in LA when this
Yeah,
shit
he's from
happened.
the West Coast, but I mean, niggas hemmed him up because he was scamming.
Hey man, him and you know, I don't know
Let
if
me
you
tell you something
familiar.
about scamming, bro. Most of the people, it's not the item that you're selling, it's the personality. Because he's such a good speaker, and you know he talks real fast, and he's so educated. He sold people on whatever it was he was selling just based off himself. I don't
Yeah.
think the packet or anything was actually. You got to be a fucking idiot to just buy a random packet from some random nigga with no uh, credentials or experience and just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna get it." You was sold because of him. His personality sold you that shit. You got to blame yourself for that. You know
Of
what I mean? You don't
course.
just buy random shit from people without no research or no. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. It just goes to show, you know, how bad we are, like how fucked up black folk have been treated, how in this country for fucking decades, and how broken we are that we looking at anything. Niggas would be gay, niggas would be super Christian, anything that's gonna take you out of the world that we in today. You know, anything that escape
Mhm.
white supremacy and race. If they telling me that being a gay Christian is gonna help me escape angry white folk in the world that we got, some brothers entertaining it, and that's just where we at right now. It's a sick world we living in right now. I hate to say it, but
Yeah, man.
they keep killing all the real niggas, right? And they keep letting all the rats out, all the pedophiles. It's not a coincidence, you know.
No, it's not. Now I got to go check out that Rizzy Islam shit. I heard about some shit, but I didn't know what the Corey was talking about with that Buffalo thing. I was like,
It's on. I put it on there. It's on my joint, man. Y'all can check it out.
okay.
Because I be in tune with shit. I'm not in tune all the time, and you know, respective reason. Because again, they charges. I'm not really savvy into everything, but I am. You know, like I said, I put him in that brother polite Umar Johnson category
Oh,
because
damn.
these niggas, like you said, they had that gift of gab, and you talking to
Mhm.
people that you know. What I mean, these are the same motherfuckers that go to
You're
church.
talking to people who are, and you're talking to people who need inspiration, who need
Guidance.
that have no hope. It's
Yeah,
almost like the relationship the preacher has with the congregation. You're talking to
facts.
people who need help, who need hope, who need something, and they're sold on your personality that you could sell them a fucking blank CD and they buy it. That's
Yep.
what it was. It wasn't that they thought that packet was going to change their life. Rizzy was just kicking that shit, just like Umar kicked that shit. And people get sold on the message and not necessarily the product that they're trying to sell you.
Yeah, man. Sometimes if it don't make sense, it don't add up. It is what it is.
Nah.
You know, I
And
don't
I don't respect the
understand.
scammer, but at the same time, them people got to be blamed for themselves for that. I mean, you out here buying, what was it Rizzy was selling?
That's why I said it was something
Scientific.
like financial packets. It's something along that
Man,
lines.
niggas is stupid. I'm not even gonna blame that boy for that. Y'all niggas is dumb if you went and bought that shit. I'm sorry. He talked you into your. It's like a pimp talking a girl out of her drawers, nigga. He talked you niggas out of your pockets.
But see, I give you that. I will. I can't even go against that grain. But it's a problem because you strategically target our community. You
Oh yeah,
claim
yeah.
you claim that you're an advocate and you helping us, yet you taking advantage
Mm-hmm.
of us because you know
Yep.
the plight and the position of black folks in America today. Like you said,
You
it's
know
the
niggas
likings
ain't
of
got no
fucking
money.
Creflo Dollar and them niggas. Nigga come out and say, yo, I
Yeah.
want a jet for
Oh
150
yeah.
mil.
Niggas said I'm going to preach a sermon on the moon.
And them niggas came up with 150 mil. I was like, what the fuck? Bruh. This is where we at. This is where look at
Yeah.
look at the Umar and the school shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
it is 2021, bro.
Damn.
2021. And
I've
niggas
been hearing
still
about that shit since 2014.
running donations. Talking about we
Yeah.
hating on the man. Come on, yo. This is why I fuck with Tariq Nasheed, because regardless if I agree with his commentary, at least I know if I put money in this nigga hand, he gonna give me product. We got
Yeah.
5 hidden colors. He got a 1804 about the Haitian Revolution movie. Okay, and now we got buck breaking.
Yeah. He gonna put out some content.
He gonna do something. He ain't just gonna take
I
your
just want to know
money.
what's the solutions for buck breaking, because I think hell, that you better off solving white supremacy than solving that shit. Even though it's under the layer of white supremacy. Uh,
Facts.
I just don't see what's the solution for this shit, man. This has been going on for a long time. Not saying I'm giving up, but damn, what do you do? We so knee deep in this shit, man. They just mayors, I mean, you could go to work tomorrow. Now I know your job scenario, this wouldn't happen. What if your new boss was a transgender from
Shit, it can happen. You don't know. Shit, your boss
It can
might be.
happen. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. We living in modern day Jerry Springer.
Wow, that nigga a judge now. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, Judge Jerry. This shit is funny, man.
Listen, man, I don't know what comes next after this. I just hopes that, it pushed the dialogue even further. And it's never too late to stand on the side of morale and integrity. I don't give a fuck if tomorrow Judgment Day. Nigga, it's still enough time to be a stand-up motherfucker. And ultimately, at the end of the day, enough is enough. Like you said earlier, 10, 15, 20 years ago, okay, niggas 2021. Nigga, you know what time it is. Niggas ain't just blindly putting themselves in a situation to get fucked over by Hollywood or whoever, casting couch. You know what come with this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't play dumb so long, motherfucker. Come on now.
Nah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna check it out. It's gonna be on his website?
If I'm not mistaken, it probably is. Probably gonna have to purchase it, support him and shit. I'm gonna definitely check it out. I'm sure there'll be links floating around. Somebody have it online to watch. But most importantly, I ain't gonna sit here and advocate bootlegging. I just tell y'all niggas, go ahead and support it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because giving y'all quality
I was
shit.
watching that. Oh yeah, it was good. Because like I said, I was watching that show, Lovecraft Country. I don't know if you ever heard of that. You ever watch it?
I heard about it, but I haven't watched it yet. No.
Yeah, and of course they got my nigga Omar Little, Michael K. Williams is in the movie.
What he doing?
And you already know what he doing.
No,
this got to be like the 5th role he's had like this, where he got a boyfriend. As I say, that's his role in Hollywood. Like Taraji P. Henson is the ghetto girl. That's her role that they always give her. Gabby Sidibe's the fat chick. Everybody's got a role. His role is that he's the gay black guy. Every movie, every show.
Man,
that's all they
crazy.
give this dude. And the crazy thing is, the show was set in the 1950s, and he's doing this shit. So he's a talented actor. I love him as an actor, but they's like, come on, they box him in and they make him play the same roles over. This is like the 5th role he's done like that. I'm like, come on, bro, this man can do a lot more than just what y'all give him.
Hey man, I blame that nigga, man. Come on, yo. You know what I mean? Some niggas pay their dues.
Yeah, he paid. You would think he paid his dues. How long he been around and he still got to do this shit? Yeah, you would think he paid his dues. How long you been around and you still got to? These the only roles you can get, my nigga.
Bruh, I'm gonna be real with you, yo. You know Leon, right? You remember Leon? Everybody, the actor Leon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
legendary.
Okay, Leon with Leon. Okay.
Yeah, it's straight Leon, right? I mean, one day I'm on BT. This probably was like 10 years ago because I don't even watch cable TV no more. I'm scrolling through. BT had a movie on. I see Leon in the movie. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck Leon been at? God damn, I'm one of them niggas. I see a movie with an old actor I ain't seen in forever. I'm gonna watch that shit.
Yeah.
A ton of that shit on Amazon. So I say, fuck it, let me watch this shit on BT. So I'm watching it, and the nigga from, I don't know if you remember this movie, Strictly Business. You remember that shit?
I gotta probably see.
Been a while. He was on the Cosby Show, but Strictly Business was him, Tommy Davidson, and I think Halle Berry was in that motherfucker, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Could have been Jada, but part of me feel like it was Halle Berry.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Remember, Tommy Davidson was like the cool nigga, and I think, what the fuck was that nigga name? Wayman or some shit. I think his name was Wayman. I'm not sure. It was definitely an old ass movie. So excuse me, shit like 30 years ago. But the point is, I seen a nigga in the movie with Leon. So I'm like, okay, goddamn, fuck we got going on over here. Kind of find out these niggas gay lovers. I was like, I'm done with BET.
Tommy Davidson?
Not Tommy Davidson, the nigga that, I'm gonna get this nigga name real quick because I don't want to put no.
I know Leon. I think I know what movie you're talking about because I did see it. Was Patti LaBelle in it?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
It was a movie with Leon in it, bro. It was called Cover. I think I know what you're talking about.
Cover? Oh shit, that sounds scary.
Yeah, it was scary seeing Leon in that scene. That shit was very disturbing.
Joseph C. Phillips. I know that might not ring a bell. He was on the Cosbys.
Oh, you talking about dude that played what you call his husband? Lisa's husband?
I think so. I think so.
Kind of short, stocky.
He was in there. He did an interview talking about Cosby, his bum ass, early on too.
I think so. Yeah. That's a dude. I think that was Lisa's boyfriend on her husband on Cosby Show.
Your name was Wayman on the movie. That's terrible.
Okay.
But again, I seen this movie on BT, and these motherfuckers, gay lovers. I'm like, yo, like, why do our actors want to do this shit? Because
Leon and Tommy.
Not Tommy, the nigga Phillips, the nigga Wayman. Yeah, I ain't never seen Tommy. Yeah, them niggas. They was like in the closet, and I was like, what type of movie is this? Because it was one of them things where you get like halfway in, and that's the fucking reveal.
And BET like, had this on at like 2 PM.
Pretty much. So this was years ago. Years ago. And my thing is, Leon done did so many iconic roles. The nigga was in Temptations, 5 Heartbeats. The nigga played Lil Richie, bro. Like,
nigga was in Waiting to Exhale. He did a lot of movies.
Why? Why now? At the second childhood of your career, do you want to be the gay man in the movie? I don't
probably
know.
All he could fucking get. But he did play Little Richard. But I mean, it's probably all he could get.
Man,
I seen him do a movie where it was very disturbing. A woman came home from work to see her husband, and she opened up the damn door, and Leon was in the shower with a fucking man. That's the movie I thought you were talking about.
I feel like this is the same fucking movie. Yo.
It was called Cover. And he kept winking at the guy, and Patti LaBelle was somebody's mama. That's all I remember. I think that's what you might be talking about. That I'm not sure.
Yo, I'm mad because motherfucking they say Bill Duke made that movie and shit.
Okay, Bill Duke. You talking about you done fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Duke from Men's Society.
I see the cast on here, Lou Gossett Jr. and shit. I ain't see that movie, but it sounds very familiar to the movie I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think about that had Leon in it. Because I was like, hold up, you talking about that one? Because I remember that.
It must have been around the same time.
Was Vivica Fox in it?
No. Like I said, it felt like one of them. I'm about to find the shit. It felt like one of them BT movies or some shit. And back in the day, man, you just scrolling through shit. He was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just, like I said, I wonder why do our iconic actors feel like they have to go that route, man. I don't get it. I don't understand.
It's like you say, they gotta, buck breaking. They gotta get in good with the industry. And I guess when you're a masculine black man, they talk about that in the movie. How do you get these people to feel comfortable with you? I guess that's one of the easy ways to go.
Yeah. Well, end of the day,
they do, man.
I just hope motherfuckers make better decisions, because you can't do the movie, collect the check, and then complain about the shit at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah, that's like old boy was talking about. They had his ass up in the sling. I'm like, nigga, but you did it. They didn't have Brian Hooks like that. They didn't have Faison Love and Three Strikes doing it. They had you doing that shit, nigga. So like I said, it just comes down to, and niggas gotta take a stand, because we don't have superheroes like masculine black actors. Like, we don't have, we got Mr. T and a couple other cats. We don't have an Arnold Schwarzenegger. We don't have a Stallone. We don't even have a fucking John Claude Van Damme. We got Michael Khalil White. We don't even have no real superhero type of,
Michael Jai White. You like his movies? You like Michael Jai White movies?
Nah, I respect his craft, but not really. He sucks as an actor. It's like even The Rock. The Rock don't claim niggas, if you really being for real. The Rock is half black, but he don't really claim niggas. Like, The Rock be on his Samoan shit. He really don't fuck with us like that.
And we niggas really is what made him blow the fuck up, to be real.
Yeah, wrestling. Niggas was watching you wrestle before you started doing roids.
Fuck, he was with the Nation of Domination. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, Farouk and them. But like I said, but The Rock don't really claim his Negroid side of the game. He claimed that Samoan shit. Rock don't really want to fuck with us like that. So I don't even claim The Rock as a black action figure or whatever, action star. We don't have him.
What about Michael B. Jordan?
Man, shit. They want that nigga to be the next Denzel, but I think he's just another good actor. I don't think he's Denzel or maybe the next Will Smith, maybe, but I don't think he's.
I'd rather him just be him. Shit, be Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, be yourself. But they're trying to replace these cats that's coming out. You know what I mean? Denzel just turned 65, bro.
Ain't got too many more.
Out of there.
You ain't lying.
I don't think you're gonna see another Equalizer. You know what I mean? These niggas is getting up out of there. So they gotta find new stars to replace the legends. You know, and we didn't even get started with the Pacinos and De Niro's and all of them. You gotta replace all these people. So
Yeah.
that's where they at right now.
What are your thoughts on the actor that plays Snowfall?
Franklin?
Yes.
He's from the UK, isn't he?
Yep. I think his name is fuck is Damson Idris or something like that.
Yeah, those are some of the best actors in the game right now. Them cats from the UK is killing it. Him, Idris Elba, and them. And it's crazy how people pick and choose what they want, right? If somebody from the UK plays a black person in a historic role, everyone hates it. But he could play Franklin on Snowfall, and no one has a problem with it. You know? And Franklin is basically Freeway Ricky Ross, if we being for real.
Yeah,
that's the character he's playing. I think he
crazy.
does good. I was watching that shit the other day. I gotta finish it up.
Hey, listen, man. You know, it's unfortunate that the real Freeway Ricky Ross, whose birthday is today. That's funny. The irony of that. It's fucked up because you know him and John, they had a lot of issues, and ultimately, you know, Rick Ross wasn't there for the remaining seasons. He kind of stepped to the side. But I brought up Damson because he played in a movie about a year ago called Farming, where it hurt my heart because he was like the only black kid with this white supremacist group and shit. I couldn't even get through the movie, bro. It was like 5 minutes in, they was just straight racist savagery shit. And he is his character, Franklin, the only black man wanting to be a part of these white supremacists. Yo, it was crazy. Like you'll see some movies like that, bro. Where you be like,
what's the name of it?
I think it's called Farming.
Farming?
Yo, yeah, Adebisi from the Oz and shit. I think he directed the movie.
Man.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what type of bullshit is this? Like, who the fuck? I don't know how the ending went. I don't know if, you know, there was a twist. But when I start to see shit like that, you know, I start to back. I'm like, damn, yo, you know, from Franklin.
I mean, he is from the UK. He got a different experience than we had growing up as, you know, black men in America compared to growing up as a black man, you know, in the UK. But some people just look at this shit for just the art. And they don't really, and it's just a paycheck to them, and it's just the art. They don't really look at it like they selling out or anything like that. Some of these niggas just looking at it like this is the role. Like,
now look,
pretty sure if you ask Ving Rhames, he gonna tell you that.
Whew, I don't think he gonna say shit.
Yeah,
that nigga wild, son. I never watched that movie, by the way. I couldn't watch that goddamn Holiday Heart.
What, Holiday Heart?
Hell no. Terrible, yo. Shit, just like that Queen Latifah movie had her titties all out there covered in Crisco. Why would they do that, man?
Which one?
Bessie and shit. You remember that movie? Yeah, yo. Look, he like, damn, I kind of want to know what Queen titties look like. Bruh, it's not appealing, bro. It is not. They was like the most cockeyed titties I had ever seen.
I think I know you said. I thought that was the show Star that she does. I thought that's what that was.
I think it was like a BT movie. Bessie, biopic.
I thought it was that show Star she does with on Fox. But her titties was that. I did see that. The grandma titties.
And they was like greased down, extra lather type shit. Like
they said they put Crisco on her titties.
Man, listen to this, yo. Farming. This is the whole breakdown of the movie. A young Nigerian boy farmed out by his parents to a white British family in the hope of a better future. Instead, becomes the feared leader of a white skinhead gang.
Wow. American History X. Like, isn't one of the Proud Boys black? The leader of the Proud Boys is half black. You seen that?
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised.
Nigga got your complexion, and he's black. He's got some white in him and some Hispanic in him. And he's the leader. Dead ass, like shit threw me off. Like this shit is real. Like you got like it's some what was the guy on the Dave Chappelle skit? He was blind. He thought he was a white
Clayton
supremacist. Yeah, Clayton Bigsby. Like this is some real shit. Like the leader of the Proud, at least the guy that they want to present to us as the leader. He looks like you. He looks like me. He looks like you know what I mean?
Man, it just go to show that the propaganda is at an all-time high. I seen a movie. They had some dumbass movie where it was a black woman. She fell in love with one of the soldiers who was a part of the Hitler regime. I seen that shit. I was like, I'm done. You niggas will do. What the fuck is this? Like,
hey,
Hitler?
I felt that same way when that dude played that black slave catcher on that Harriet Tubman movie. Big Along. They gave him a porn name. They gave this nigga a porn star name, and he was the antagonist and was slapping slaves around and was like they made the slave owner the hero and made the black man the fucking villain. You know, and I was like, and a feminist wrote the movie and directed it. So I mean, a black feminist. So come on.
You know, it's funny because in the trailer, for y'all who might not have caught a little nugget, the slave play that's in that trailer, Buck Brick, that's real. There was a fucking play called Slave Play that came out a year ago, maybe. I think her name Tiana Paris. She was in the movie as well. Yo, this shit was the most ignorant shit I ever seen. They had the setting was in slavery, but then they had like interracial couples, you know, white slave master, black slave, and these motherfuckers twerking. And it won so many awards and all of that shit, yo. Some shit called Slave Play. They're gonna talk about it in that film, but that shit was real. I was
and they
mad.
won awards.
Yo, it was a black homosexual man.
White people want to fucking they'll avoid some shit like that because they want to remix the history of slavery. It's like they remixed and watered down a lot of his. But do you remember that Prince of Egypt movie that came out a couple years ago?
Frauds of Egypt. I remember that. Frauds of Egypt. I remember that.
Bounce. Remember we was just talking about Bounce. It's no longer black owned. Bounce played that shit and made it a premiere, like some special event a couple weeks ago. You know, we playing Gods of Egypt, but they want to remix and rewrite history. So yeah, anytime like some fuck shit like that play you was just talking about, or like that dude being the black slave catcher, they like shit like that because it's like it kind of let's try to make slavery seem like it wasn't as bad as it really was.
Hey,
you know what I mean? So it makes them feel better about themselves consciously. It's like, nah, bro.
Come on, yo. They got it in the textbooks. That shit said slaves were immigrants coming here looking for work. I said, you motherfuckers.
Oh, wow.
Yo, if you a parent,
don't do justice.
Yo,
There's
if you're a
shit they
parent,
didn't tell us about in school, bro.
That's why if you're a parent today, look through the shit that your kids is being taught. Because I'm telling you, these niggas barely know about Martin Luther King and Rosa. So imagine the other bullshit that they putting in your head now, man. Like this
That's all
shit
they taught us when I was a kid. They taught us about the safe niggas, Martin Luther King, old Rosa Parks, and they barely taught you about slavery, really. Like they took African American studies out of my high school, like 10th grade. They yanked that whole program out.
What about in elementary?
Everything else was mandatory. Elementary, it was just Martin Luther King shit. You know what I mean? Rosa Parks sat down and Martin Luther King walked. That was all they taught us. They didn't tell us about Malcolm X.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. In elementary school, we had this little competition. I forgot the name of it. It was always during February, but you had to name like all of these, iconic figures, man, that actually contributed to Black history and shit. So it forced you to have to study more than Martin, Malcolm, and Rose. So many other great leaders and shit that you had to learn from. And if it wasn't for those contests and shit, Black inventors and shit like that, it's always in February. But outside of my elementary school, they, like you said, they give you a small dose of that shit because they don't want to unlock that motherfucking that inner Zulu in your ass, the inner warrior.
No, they don't want not the Shaka Zulu out of me. They don't know. They definitely don't want to fucking do that.
You know what I mean?
Keep everything. They want to try to keep this shit. They want to make sure that they want to try to make slavery seem like it wasn't that damn bad.
Until it's they ass.
Can't erase history, bro.
Did you see the there's a show that they were promoting. I don't know if anybody watched it, but they kind of did like the role reverse where all the white people were enslaved and the Black people were
there was a movie that was coming. Did it come out?
I ain't watched that shit. What's the point?
No, Black people on Facebook was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. This is our get back. I'm like,
how?
Nigga. How? Yeah, it's fiction and this shit is stupid and this shit is an insult to history. Get the fuck out of here. I see some shit. They had Black people holding guns to white people in the movie. In slave films. It was some slave movie, but Black people were the slave owners and white people were the slaves.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
I feel like it was on one of them new streaming apps they was promoted on, like Peacock or some bullshit like that.
I've been watching that dumbass shit.
No. But y'all, this is what I mean. It's heavy. It's look at Netflix. Coffee and Kareem. What the fuck is that?
I didn't watch that either.
You got a strong, beautiful Black woman, right? Taraji P. Henson, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's either her or Pam. It's her, right? Okay. You got her. and her man. I thought it was Tashina Arnold. It was one of the other.
Tashina Arnold, yeah.
But Taraji, strong, beautiful black woman, and her man is the motherfucking white boy who got pummeled out on Hangover 2 by the lady boy. He's an officer.
Which white guy was that from the Hangover?
The one that got punched by Tyson.
Okay, the goofy nigga, Doug.
Yes.
not Doug.
No, the skinny one with the glasses. He had a tattoo on his arm.
The dentist. Yeah, the dentist. Yeah. Damn, that's who hit that.
The movie come on, he clapping them cheeks.
Oh,
he clapping them cheeks, and a little son come in the house like, yo, what the fuck going on? Yo, like, shout out to Charles Wood. You know what I'm saying? He be on Real Black. Y'all check him out, man. He talk about the politics in Hollywood. You know what I mean? They look over these scripts, they take parts away, they add fake characters, they do all of it. They're not doing it.
Now, why does she need a white man to be? What does she need a white man for? How does that play a role with the storyline? That they just
something happened with the son or something like that. But you know, they wasn't trying to let the son know that's who she was dating. You know what I mean? Because the son, he don't like cops. You know how it is. They try to, put you into that shit. But then something happened to where as though the son and goofy white boy, they wind up being close. I mean, but like you said, logically, it's like, yo, okay, I get it. Whatever. They both big names or whatever. But goddamn, how many more movies? Like, remember Bird Box? You had everybody was doing the Bird Box challenge. I was still stuck on the fact that here's this black man in the movie. He's trying to go save his family, his sister, and he gonna risk everything for fucking Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock. How did the nigga keep a fresh haircut? And they was surrounded in the jungle or whatever for like 2 years.
I mean,
Sandra
come
Bullock.
on, yo. Out of all the Mr. Everything going on, he like, let me go save this white woman. What?
Yeah, I gotta save the white bitch. Yes.
What about your mother? What about your family? Man, yo.
Nothing matters.
And that's the thing, like, let white folks say it, boy, they think we anti-white over this motherfucker or something. We just want balance. I'm tired of seeing it on one side. Interracial, okay, cool. But that ain't the end all be all. It's still 80% black folk marry black people. But they don't push that shit. They push the interracial in hopes that one day, and even some of the black women in Hollywood, they're encouraging you to date outside your race. Go get you a zaddy. Go get you an Asian dude.
Get somebody that got a business, some Asian, some Arab that own 2, 6, 5, 6 corner stores. It's all that.
Man, y'all better wake the hell up. I know I ain't tripping.
That girl from The Real, Lonely Love, the big girl from The Real, that show, she dates a white guy. All that shit, she be talking about niggas. I said, yeah, I wasn't surprised.
Listen, man.
Every woman on that show, except for the Asian girl, she dates Jeezy, right?
Yeah, right.
The Asian
right.
girl, she's with Jeezy. Everybody else on that show is with a white guy. Basically, Adriana, Tamara, and then the Lonnie chick. So I mean,
it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart, man.
Niggas ain't gonna have nobody out here pretty soon. You gotta get what you can get. The pickings are slim. You better get your girl now and just hold on to it because our options are slim, but they taking our women away from us.
Or they don't do a good job of showing us on the full scale. If you do get a black woman, they want you to get the Cardi B's of the world. You know what I mean? The city girl type women, and they don't represent all black women within our culture. Fuck wrong with y'all, man.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, out of all 4 of those women, 3 of them are black, and none of the black women date a black man. The only person on the show who is with a black man is the Asian bitch. Excuse my language. Probably don't know no Jeezy songs, but that's the only. I mean, isn't that a coincidence? Like, that's crazy.
This is what I'm saying, man. You see it in the commercials. You see it on these talk shows. It's being pushed all the time, and then you wonder why a generation of the day decide to, try the all lives matter approach. Because there's nothing wrong with that. To be real with you, the world should be on that type time, on the sense of it shouldn't be black, white. We one human race. It's one planet. It's one universal God. But unfortunately, man had to come in, fuck shit up, and here we are. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a need for us to push pro-black and all that shit if y'all wasn't constantly trying to get rid of it. whitewash the shit. Then it wouldn't be a need for brothers like us to come on this motherfucker and go hard, because at the end of the day, it's like we just want what is right. You seen it growing up in the late 90s. I seen it, yo. Plenty shows that we watch, man. You'll probably catch them on fucking Netflix now, Amazon. You can pull this shit up now. But back then, yo, that was the shit, yo. It felt good to watch shows that, you know, showed us in many different lights, man. Now, it's hard for me to relate with any of this shit, because logically, it just don't make sense to me.
Nah, don't make a lot of sense at all. It's sad.
But we ain't gonna talk your heads off all day, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with this butt breaking trailer review. Hopefully when the shit drop, we come back. Yeah, when the shit drop, we come back, do a review on the whole movie.
When does it drop? You know when it drops?
Let me see. Let me see if I can find it on here. Cause I don't remember saying at the end.
Nigga better not make us wait 6 months or some shit like that.
I see the official trailer.
I'm about to go check out this Rizzy Islam shit because I'm appalled. I'm like, what? I heard about it and I kept saying it, but damn.
Yeah, man. I mean, YouTube, it's a lot of shit there. You gotta do your Googles, you gotta do your research. But if I'm not mistaken, Red Mask Channel. If you pull up Red Mask Channel, they should have it. It's just on my timeline earlier. Young Pharaoh versus Rizzy Islam, because they actually went on Zoe Williams' show to kind of hash it out. He was trying to be the referee to the situation.
On Zoe's show recently?
This was I don't know about recently. It's probably like last year, some point last year, about summertime. It's definitely out there. Y'all can check it out, man. But y'all let them know where they can find you at, Frankie. Let them know what you got coming up.
Yeah. Find me at Frankie Diamonds TV, man, here on YouTube, man. And hit the like button.
If y'all like dope commentary, man, y'all want 100% unfiltered opinions, fuck with us, man. Fuck with bro.
Oh yeah.
Tap in, because the media, look, they done said fake news enough. They upset. They already putting agendas in place to silence YouTubers like us for telling the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Shadow banning. They doing all crazy shit. Now they want to tell us fact checker on social media now. They look at your post and say that shit phony. You ever seen that shit on somebody's post?
They say it's phony. Or then there'll be like some nigga in the comment section, this shit ain't true. And it's like, okay, they got to get a right resource. They got to get Google or some shit to prove that, that you telling what you know. And rest in peace to Hank Aaron, man. Look, I know the vaccine shit. Hank Aaron took the vaccine and dropped dead a week later. I was gonna do a video on that, but I'm like, I don't know. He's 86. Is it age or was it the vaccine? I don't know, but they're not telling you that on the news. That's all I do.
Listen, nigga, I just came back from the store, getting my black seed oil, getting my motherfucking elderberry.
I got some of that too.
Yo, I'm not fucking with you niggas, man. I'm about to stop smoking. I'm about to go full sober on you niggas, man. I don't think y'all ready for this shit. I don't even know what to fucking expect with this shit, but this is what life do to you. Motherfuckers start dying. You see this corona shit, it's so much, man, and we only one person. So I feel like shit, let me make the adjustment. Let me make the lifestyle changes so I can be here for another 40, 50 years. I don't know about you young niggas, but I'm trying to live. I don't know about y'all niggas. Yeah. I'm trying to be out here.
About that. I said, yeah, I'm 30. I want to live long, but I'm like, do I really want to be here in fucking 2040, 2050? Like, do you know how scary this shit gonna look in 2050, man?
You're right.
I don't know, man.
Hey,
I got my black seed oil.
That's what I'm saying, man. Just do whatever it takes. I ain't gonna sit here and be one of them niggas. I got the CMOS. You know what I mean? Basically, you gotta get active. You gotta exercise. I see you be in the gym. I do my little calisthenics and my little, workout spot. Whatever it is, man, you just gotta do it. We getting older now. We ain't young no more. Back then, you could do 2 shifts, grab you a 5th, go party. Now, nigga, I be tapped out at 10 o'clock.
I just stopped working 2 jobs like a month ago. I'm still doing that shit.
Damn,
bro. Man. You gotta take care of yourselves and our bodies, man. You gotta take care of our bodies. Everybody gotta do what you gotta do, man. You got pre-existing health issues, and then you get this shit, man. This shit is not a game. They put that shit up my nose 2 weeks ago, and I took a COVID test, and I was negative. But yeah, that Hank Aaron shit just blew me. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, anybody who already was skeptical about that, you think they're gonna want to take that shit now?
Man, I'm scared. I ain't take the test yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You ain't never got tested?
No, because I'm scared. Okay. I don't want to go up in there. It's like getting your car checked out. You go for the oil change, they tell you your alternator broke. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
always
I
some
got
other
tested
shit.
twice.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I mean they had people at my job was getting it, so I mean I had to go get it. The first time I felt sick, and then the second time I just had a bunch of people at my job getting it. So motherfuckers couldn't taste, they couldn't smell. So I mean, I'm like, let me go, check it out.
You not gonna get the vaccine? What you gonna do?
Nah, I doubt it. See, I work with a lot of white people, so I mean they was getting that shit crazy, and I had to get checked. I had to get right. But, I mean, I'm not getting no vaccine.
Hey man, them NBA players, boy, they get that shit and be out. That shit be out their system next week. I'd be like, how the fuck? What kind of round of these niggas getting? The fuck?
What it is with the athletes is they'll make them niggas take the test like 3 days straight. So if you could pass after the third day, they'll let you play.
Damn.
So you don't miss 2 whole weeks. Like Nick Saban from Alabama, he had it twice this year. He never missed a game the first time because they let him take a test every single day, and he passed the test before the game. They let him coach. Now, if a nigga like me or you fail a COVID test, we got to sit home for 2 weeks, no pay. Unless your job pay you for that.
And that's a college coach, right? Nick Saban?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
$70 million college coach. Yeah, he makes $10 million
that's
a
that
year.
money.
He make $10 million a year to coach kids, yeah.
Man. Well, like I said, let that be a message to y'all, man. Make sure to subscribe to the platforms, to the channels.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Come on, man. Love is love. I know we all go through our shit, and sometimes it's hard to keep providing content when you got shit in your personal life you got to attend to. That's always more important. So I salute us content creators just continuously working, pushing forward, man. So y'all make sure to tap in. Frankie Diamonds, man, subscribe. You know what I mean? Shout out to what's your brother name? Let them know about don't you have I want to call it a podcast. What do you call it again?
Oh, yeah, you talking about Ghetto Correspondence. Yeah. See, GCNN, yeah, we do that show usually on Sundays. We didn't do it this week. But yeah, I usually do that on my channel. We do like a live podcast once a week.
Hey, man, y'all do a wonderful job. Phenomenal. I watched the last one.
That,
y'all niggas had me dying laughing, man, for real.
I appreciate that, bro.
For real, man. But no, I just, like I said, man, make sure y'all tap in to the platform. If y'all want to support the channel, hit the link in the description, the PayPal. We got the FKZTV shop. You should be seeing it at the bottom of this video now. YouTube finally looked out for your boy. So go ahead and get y'all a mug, a sticker, fucking gator mask, a face mask. Do something, man. God damn it. Let them niggas know you with us. You know what I mean? But, till next time, motherfuckers, we out, man.
Nah.
Peace.